Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to walk you through all of the basic settings on your Casio G-Shock GWM5610U watch. When I say basic settings, I'm talking about your time basic settings. I'm not going to get into adjusting your timer value and your world time, stuff like that. Just your basic settings from the timer mode. When we're in our timer mode, we're going to start. To get to our settings, we're going to press and hold the top left button. You hold that down. Pretty much in any of the different modes, it'll take you to any settings for that given mode. The very first setting you're going to see is going to be your home time setting. You should see your current home city cycling through up here. This setting is important because if you have this wrong, your world time values are going to be wrong, and it's not going to, or it could impact your atomic time signal receiving, because depending on your city code up here determines which atomic signal it's trying to pull. You can use either of the two buttons on the right hand side. Top one, I think, moves you to the west. Bottom right one moves you to the east. You can also hold down to go through them a little bit quicker. You're basically going to get to the nearest city code to where you are. The main thing is make sure it's in the same time zone that you're in. Once you've got your city code set correctly, we're going to press the mode button. It's the bottom left button. It'll take us to our next setting, which is going to be our daylight savings time value. Now, depending on your city code, can determine which values you're going to see here. You can see that auto is blinking for me. That's what I've got mine set to. If you're in a city location that can automatically pull the time signal, it can also automatically adjust your daylight savings time value. If you want to change that, again, we can use the bottom right button and we can toggle it. We can turn daylight savings off. We can put it on, or again, for certain city codes, you can set it to auto. Once you've got your daylight savings time value set, we're going to press the mode button again. Each time we press the mode button, it will take us to a different setting we can adjust. The next one is going to be our second value. If you wanted to reset your second value while it's blinking, you can press the bottom right button, reset your second value. Press the mode button again, takes you to your hour value. You can use the top button on the right to move down, bottom button on the right to move up. Press the mode button another time, it'll take you to your minutes. Again, bottom right will move you up, top right will move you down. Press the mode button another time, it's going to take you to your year value. Again, you can use either of the two buttons on the right to adjust your year value. Mode button another time is going to take you to your month. It's January for me. I can use either of the buttons on the right to adjust that. Press the mode button again, it'll take you to your date. Now this is a little bit confusing. I have my format for my date in month versus day, or I'm sorry, day and then month. So you're going to see it a little bit flip-flopped here. If you have your display turned the other way, you would still see the values blinking in the same order, but it would look a little bit different than what you're seeing here on my screen. Again, if I wanted to adjust my date, I can use the buttons on the right-hand side. Press the mode button another time, it's going to take us to our time format. You can see that mine's currently in 24-hour, which is what's blinking here. If I wanted to change that, press the bottom right button. It's a simple toggle. Set it to whatever time value, time format value you want. Press mode again. Now we can adjust that date format that we were talking about. Mine's in day then month. I can toggle it, put it in month versus day, or month first then day. Press it again, it's going to be your day of the week language. So when you're looking at your watch face and it shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what language do you want that in? If you wanted to adjust that, you've got English, Spanish, French, Dutch, or I should say German, not Dutch, Italian, Russian, and then back to English. Press the mode button again, it's going to be our button tones. When you press the mode button, do you want the beeping noise or not? You can either have that on or you can mute it. You'll notice when I mute it, we see a little icon on the screen that'll show us at a glance that we have our button tones off, or we can leave them on. Press the mode button another time, it's going to be your backlight time. When your backlight turns on, do you want it to come on for 3 seconds or 1.5 seconds? Set it to whatever value you want. Press the mode button again. This is going to be your atomic time receiving. This is a function I always leave on. I'm in an area that can receive the atomic time signal, so I think it's the main reason I got this watch. But some of you are in areas where you can't get that. You just want to turn this off to preserve battery life. You can simply toggle it on or off. Some of you work in areas that you can't have this on. I know aircraft and hospitals, this can mess up equipment. So again, you can turn it off if you want to. Press the mode button one more time. You've got your power saving option. When the watch isn't being used, it hasn't detected any light, do you want it to turn off some of the functionality to preserve battery life? You can have that off, or you can turn it on. Kind of like with our button tones, if you turn it on, you will see a little PS indicator letting you know that you have this feature turned on. That's your final setting. If you press mode again, it's going to take you back to the very first setting, which was our home city location, and we can go back through. If you need to go back through any of those settings, you can just keep pressing the mode button, go back to the setting you need to adjust, and adjust it. Once you're totally done, you're simply going to press the top left button. It'll save all of your changes, take you out of your settings. If you wouldn't have pressed it, after a couple of minutes, it would have done the same thing regardless. Anyway, that's a quick look at the basic settings on the GWM5610U watch. I hope the video helped.